Everyone, it's Heather here. You know how I did that video the other day and I was talking about how scared I was to face this surgery I had upcoming, and I'm not going to take that away. I was definitely scared, and even while they put the freezing into the area being being worked on, that only made it so I could watch it, but that didn't make it so it was any really easier to go through. However, it's something that made me really think about the fact that a lot of us don't want to feel pain. We don't want to be feared or fearful of anything. We don't want to have those negative emotions of any sort, really. But it's funny because when you see the perspective on it, if you never felt sadness, how would you really truly understand what happiness felt like? And not saying that I want us to go through all these horrible negative things, or anyone, I would never want that. But at the same time, that's part of life, is when we have that moment to really experience things, then we can really understand the either or kind of idea, you know, whether you're going to be angry or happy kind of thing, or sad or mad, or which is both the same thing, but you know, opposites, like if you're gonna laugh or if you're gonna be crying, whatever kind of thing. And there's something that I when I first began in the company that I'm partnered with, there's a little saying they had us write down so that we could really remind ourselves. And that saying said that I am the supreme authority over my own life, that I am at cause. Have been, and always will be at cause for how I experience my life. And that's completely true, like 1,000%. Because think about it, is when you go through pain of some sort, and it's something that you're crying out for, it's not a guarantee that that is something you have to truly experience only pain from. Example back to my car accident, or even just the surgery, for example, is yes, it hurts. And yes, it has a regular time through the day where it hurts. And it is not at all anything that's enjoyable to look at or anything like that. However, I'm not super angry about it, and I'm not hurting about it because I can see the benefits of it. So I'm not sitting here harping about it to anybody, or committing that I'll never forgive the doctor for causing me this pain, or for removing part of my toe. This is really gross anyway, but I'm not going to get into it. But I won't focus on the negative because it doesn't make sense and it doesn't bring me to a better part of my life. My car accident, for example, is much easier to go through than talking about the surgery I just had. But with the car accident, for example, is I was told that I could look at it as the worst day of my life, and I think I was more expected to look at it like that. And I never ever did, because where it may not sound huge to everyone, but for me, I had a cat that used to travel with me everywhere. I had a fear of leaving him at home alone, despite the independence of cats. And so I used to bring him home with me all the time whenever I went to visit my family. And when I went back to college that day that the accident happened, my cat used to sleep on my lap in the car. He used to just sleep solid for 5 hours straight. He wouldn't move. He almost looked like he had died on my lap, kind of thing. He hadn't, but of course he just had that appearance. But either way, when I had my accident, he saved all my organs, the firefighters said. I had literally damaged my entire body from head to toe, and the only parts of my body I hadn't damaged was my internal organs, and that was because he had been sleeping on my lap. And now, of course, he didn't have the best outcome after the accident, but at the same time, he had been my angel. He was the smallest angel I knew the biggest angel in the smallest package, but he was incredible. And so that day, not just because of that, but ironically that day was the first day I had ever taken any pictures of him. He was only 6 months old. He was just a little guy, but still, I had never taken a picture of him even since I had first brought him home. But that day, there was, for whatever reason, there was some reason that I decided I had to have a picture of him. The last one I have of him, actually, he was sleeping in the bathroom sink with my hand resting on his back, just, I guess, kind of comforted, just to be part of the picture together. But because I had taken pictures of him that day, it couldn't be the worst day. I had pictures of my angel, or at least one of them anyway. And so that, to me, like I say, it's perspective. And perspective has a huge effect on our lives, whether we can be positive or negative, or pessimistic or optimistic. These things really, really determine how we will live our lives. And when we wake up in the day, if we go out with any type of negative outlook, that's going to play out through our day. So just want to give you guys an idea of something that maybe you can try is when you wake up in the morning, take a deep breath in and say to yourself, say out loud even, all is good. Even look in the mirror and say it and just say all is good. You're breathing, you've got a roof over your head, there's food waiting for you in the fridge, whatever. Just say all is good and go from there, because that alone, just that phrase alone, centers you. It puts that little calm, secure confidence in your belly, and it's a great place to start from. So just as an idea, when you wake up tomorrow, say to yourself or say out loud in front of the mirror, in front of a window, wherever, all is good. And have an incredible day, an incredible rest of your evening, and I will see you very soon.